welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you my top kind of 4 or 5 products for a teething baby. So I'm going to call it the Teething Survival Kit, because this is one of the first kind of obstacles I feel that I've had to deal with, well, me and Dan, have had to deal with as parents. Because so far Mila's been such a great baby, you know, she sleeps really well, she feeds well. We had a few issues in the beginning with how she was going to the toilet, but we've been to the doctors and got her sorted with a comfort milk. So in every other aspect, she's a really happy, settled baby. But she started teething from about the 2-month mark, which is quite early from what I can suss from what I've read online and other people's stories. And it started off with like loads of dribble, gnawing on the hands, and she's just sometimes a bit irritable and unsettled, and you can tell that like she's hurting, and it's the most heartbreaking thing, I think, to watch your child be in pain and there not be a lot that you can do about it, because it's just one of those things, like the teeth are going to come in whether you like it or not, like it has to happen. So I've assembled a little kit to help her through it and to help me through it, because, you know, happy baby, happy mum, it goes hand in hand. So I've got the first 3 items, which are a bit more like tactile, chewing on, something for them to actually, you know, get their teeth into, and the other things are more pain relief remedies. Now, some of this is obvious stuff, and other things you guys might not know about. I mean, I wasn't aware of some of these products until I saw them on like trending Facebook posts, or, you know, advice handed down to me from other mums, from my own mum. So I thought we could just go through them together and just show you, so that you can take the ideas maybe and implement them in your own kind of regimen of care for your little one. So what I'm going to start with is the NUBY teething silicone ring. So it comes in a little package like this, so that once it's sterile and clean, you can store it somewhere safe. So if we open it up, all it literally is it looks like a bit of a binky or a dummy or a pacifier, whatever you guys refer to it as. And it's really, really soft and squishy, as you can kind of see there. And it has 2 different sides to it. So one side is a flat kind of plate with a few textured ridges on for baby to suck and chew on. And then the other side is like a little donut. And again, it's got little textured ridges on just for them to get their gums into and kind of relieve a bit of that pain, help the tooth cut through. And the reason that I like this one is because it's small enough for baby to actually hold on to. It fits in baby's mouth just like a binky would. And because Mila struggles with holding like larger things, because there are larger teething toys out there that you can get for them, but it's just too heavy for her, and she drops it or it falls on her face and she starts to like panic because she can't see. So this one's really ideal, and we first offered this to her when she was 2 months old. To be fair, she didn't actually start using it until quite recently, and she'll be 3 months old tomorrow. So it just depends where your baby is in development. Like, all kids are different, obviously, but this one I found was like a really good way of introducing it, because it is so similar to a binky, so they don't notice the change too much, and they can just, like I said, really get into it because of how thin and soft it is. Okay, so next up on our list is a little teething necklace that I got from Pebbles and Lace. You might have seen me mention this in one of my previous vlogs. I think it was the first vlog I did, because it had just arrived that day, so I was quite interested and eager to open it and have a look, because this is teething wear for mum. Again, I'd never heard of these things until I was researching online, and it just happened to pop up on a suggested page. This one here is a beautiful little design. It's pastel pinks, greys, and this marbled effect here, which I love, and it's lots of different shapes and textures. Again, like overall the texture is quite smooth, but it's such soft silicone, like I can squish that with just my like forefinger and thumb, so you know that it's not going to be too harsh on baby's mouth. And you just, you know, pop it on like a necklace and wear it like so. And I think that that is a great alternative for baby kind of sucking and chewing on your clothes, because one, with the best will in the world, clothes do get dirty, they get exposed to the air, the atmosphere around them, they're going to have germs on them. Now I appreciate that this also can fall into the same kind of category, but the good thing about this is because of the material that it's made of, you can just whack this in the sterilizer every night when you're done, or you know, after every use, as much as you'd like, because it's durable but it's soft and it's safe. So this is probably one of my favourites just because as well it's quite fashionable, I like to think. So I like this one for me as well as for Mila. So this is probably one of my favourites thus far. Third on my list is quite a new item. I only received this yesterday, but already Mila has taken to it like a duck to water and she seems to really enjoy it so far. But you know, it's early days. But it's this Malarkey Kids functional product and it's one of the teething mitts. Again, I saw this on a trending post on Facebook. I think my mum actually made me wise to this one. And it just looks like this little boxer mitt really, and it's soft silicone again on the front here with lots of textured little ribs and dots on it for baby to really gnaw on and go to town on it basically. It's got a Velcro attachment so you can adjust it as tight or as loose as you'd like around baby's hand, and it's kind of this crinkled, don't know if you can hear that, material that babies like, keep them entertained. I normally just pop her in front of the TV and she'll wear it and she'll just chew away on it to her heart's content. I mean, there's nothing you can do about the dribble, but at least it keeps her occupied and kind of distracted from the pain that's going on inside her mouth. And because of the textures on it, it can kind of help encourage that tooth to cut through the gum and begin to actually grow. And again, this one comes with a handy little storage pouch, so between uses you can just pop it in the pouch like so, but also because of the materials it's made of, again, it's sterilizer friendly and it's going to dry quickly and you can just, you know, get it clean and get it straight back into use. So that is another one of my favourites despite how new it is. So the next kind of two items on the list are more pain relief medicinal. And I know that as mums you kind of worry about giving your child medications because you don't want to damage their little, like, you know, kidneys and liver and everything, breaking down all these like components that medicines are made up of. But I have found that I quite like to give her DENTINOX. It just comes in a little tube like this. You can get it at any chemist and you can buy it online like Amazon or wherever, and they come in quite handy big size tubes because I go through this like a dose of salt because it's so low in like lidocaine and things like that. It numbs fast, it gets to work straight away, and you can re-administer it every 20 minutes. Now it says that you can either apply it straight to the gums with a clean finger or a cotton bud, which is what I did in the beginning, but I found that the easiest thing for Mila is if I take one of her binkies and she just uses the Tommy Tippy, so the nub's more shaped like a bottle end, so she's more used to it because she is bottle fed, and I just take it a pea-size amount and I just administer it on the tip and then spread it all over the end of the binky. So when I insert it into her mouth I can rub it back and forth so it gets top and bottom at the same time, and then she can just suck away and like wait for the pain to go away, and it kicks in really fast. And then she's got the binky as well to soothe her, and I think she actually has grown to quite like the taste, so that's worked out in my favour. I don't know if it'll be the same for you guys, but it's definitely worth a try because it just keeps baby happy and quiet, and that's all we want ultimately, isn't it? Last item on my list is probably the no-brainer one, and that is good old-fashioned CALPOL. I remember this from when I was a kid. It reminds me of childhood, just the smell and the taste, and it's obviously it's just paracetamol, but with the sweet taste so that children can take it. At Mila's age, she's 3 months old, so they recommend 2.5 mils, and that's every 4 to 6 hours. I tend to wait more towards the 6 hours end of it just because I do worry about, you know, giving her too much medicine, and I don't want to strain her, like her organs or anything, having to break it all down, and I'm constantly paranoid about an overdose, which I know isn't going to happen because I measure it, which comes in the packets with this little syringe. I want to say syringe, I don't think that's right though. But yeah, the way that the bottles are set up now, because I don't remember this from when I was a kid, it just used to be the little white plastic spoon, like with the small end and the big end. And obviously, how are you meant to get that into your child when they haven't even been introduced to a spoon yet? So it's super, super easy to just plonk it into the top, and it's got like a little crevice in it to fit the syringe into, and you can just measure it out exactly and then get it straight into baby's mouth, and that starts working pretty instantaneously. Now, I'm not sure if that's because the taste is sweet and that soothes her and then the pain relief will kick in, or if it's just that good that it starts working straight away. But this will keep Mila pain-free for up to 6 hours. And I tend to avoid using it like this. This is my last resort. Like if she's really in pain and nothing else is working, you know, I've tried the DENTINOX, I've tried the teething mitt, I've tried everything. This is where I end up basically. But in those really, you know, last minute efforts, this is the one to go for. And CALPOL's such a trusted and like reputable company that I feel safe using it with my baby. And that is everything on my list for your teething survival with your little one. I hope that this has been of some use to you guys. Like I said, some of it's just common sense or well known, and some of these I think are quite new products and are really handy and should be great for you all to try out. And Mila seems to like them all, don't you, Babby? So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you haven't already, give my channel a subscribe, and if you liked this video, click that like button for more content like this. We'll see you again soon. Bye!